the truth can be told, exposed with the help of AIs. God damn it! The truth. The world is full of damn liars. Who don't tell the truth? She looking at the news. Who don't tell the truth? He tired of the goddamn abuse. Who don't tell the truth? We take chances to find honesty. No lies in this world would be godly. Fuck this US of A was founded on falsehoods. They piss down your back. Lie like it's all good. Peace equals the truth. The truth equals God. The devil's in the details. The tails disguise the facade. Who don't tell the truth? Who don't tell the truth? She asked hubby, where have you been? He asked wifey, are you with him again? They asked child, is he really your friend? We asked child, is your father a sin? Pastor asked church, is you giving them in? Church asked pastor, what you do with my 10? Truth equals peace, peace equals God. The devil's in the details, the tails disguise the facade. Yo, what it do?
Hey, now say now.
That song cracked me.
That song is hilarious. That song is real.
Okay, that was Who Gonna Tell the Truth by what's his name? 3MG Beat Trap at Big Busy A Dot. What's his real name?
His name is Ashley Witherspoon.
Okay, yeah. So
And his beats are 3MG trap beats on YouTube.
yeah, I put the link in the description. I mean in the conversation. That's what that YouTube link is. So
Mm.
so tonight's topic is the journey of becoming a grateful, well-rested queen. And on tonight's episode, we will tap into what being grateful, well-rested, and valued queens means to us. We will examine the history of the strong black woman trope along with its role in inherited fears and anxieties and other long-held challenges that black women face. We will also discuss the spiritual implications to be able to sit at the position of queen, not servant. And as always, we will talk our sass, get off task, in our West Tennessee lingo.
Hey, now say now.
Okay, because mine look.
Cause listen, what's going on?
I just feel like giggling today. Sometimes you just need to giggle. And shit. You got a card? I mean, a word.
Oh yeah. So the word of the day is pseudonym. Y'all should know what that means. Pseudonym. And you spell it. It's a noun, and you spell it Pseudonym. Pseudonym. And it means a pseudonym is a name that someone, such as a writer, uses instead of their real name. Bell Hooks, oh, excuse me, is a pseudonym of the American writer Gloria Jean Watkins. So
What's your
pseudonym
pseudonym?
is uh it used to be when I would tell people in the club instead of Nafisa, it would be Keisha, Lisa.
Well, I've always been either Keisha or Kamaria. Just depends on the day.
Yeah. Lisa, like, especially when you was young, you be in the club and folks be asking, "What's your name again? Can I get your number?" Ah, my name Lisa. Motherfucker be calling your name Lisa. Who the fuck is he talking to? Oh,
Right.
that's the name I told him.
It's me. Shit. Ah.
I'm gonna walk back up. Girl, I been calling your name, Lisa. Oh yeah, I ain't
I'm
hear
gonna
you.
tell you the number I used to give them: 731-423-1230.
Okay, who number is that?
When you call that number, you finna find out what the temperature is and what time the
Okay.
music play.
Hey, that was a plug, bruh. Why when I was in middle
I think it
school,
still work.
do it,
I
bro. When I was in
think
middle school and I wasn't supposed to be on the phone, and somebody be like, "I'm gonna call you back." If I hang up, I'm gonna call you right back. And it'd be like I used to call that number so that I could just click over instead of the
so.
phone
Yeah.
ring, and
Oh, that was smart. I never thought about that.
so I wouldn't get caught.
I would just get caught. I didn't even care.
I would call the stay on
My
the
daddy
phone with
jump on the
the
phone. Get off the phone. God damn. I couldn't. All right, then I
it
holler at you.
burns.
I ain't, you
It
can't even
burns like a mug.
boy, I love you. Okay, boy, I talk to you. Get off of the phone. Shit. Okay, bye.
I wouldn't tell you. I just hang up. I'd be so embarrassed. Ooh. Okay.
Let me pull my card. All right. Oh my god, why the fuck do this shit keep
Is it raining all of a sudden? Lord, it look like a sheet.
off the sleeve here? But I pull heart chakra.
Okay, okay.
The frequency of the heart chakra, which is the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. It is also the your fourth chakra,
Mm,
and when you working in your heart space, it also allows you to really live authentically within yourself. And it also allows you to pay attention to not only your sensitivities, but other people's sensitivities. And for me, I'm going to say maybe like the past 2 months, I've really been in my heart space. I'm gonna
mhm,
say a little bit longer than that, probably about 4 months.
mhm,
That I really been in there in my heart space. So and this I'm pulling from this activation oracle book, and
mm.
the try this says, I'm just gonna read what it says because it gives good information. It says, take a deep breath and bring your awareness to your heart area. Think about something or someone that makes you feel happy and loved. Take another deep breath and feel the smile on your face. Now start bringing other people or circumstances into that love and happy place. Can you find space even for those you did not think you had room for in your heart?
Okay.
So, and I can say that this can be tied into what we're talking about because the first person that should be within your heart space is yourself.
Mhm,
So, I guess it all makes sense. It always tie in together when I be doing these card pulls. I didn't do one
mhm.
today. I saved it for tonight, so I'll take a picture of it.
Okay, 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 okay.
I'm gonna pull from my other deck. I've been making me a new one where
Mm,
I'm actually writing the cards based on
mhm,
like my pullings and stuff. So
mhm.
readings, like when I do my personal readings, I write stuff down on the card, and then that way I can go in and if I want to do a reading for somebody else, it can still it's like certain aspects or whatever that's being pulled just to make it more personal to where I can explain better, whatever.
Yeah, and it's more simplified because sometimes them cards, I know them Oracle decks, they be a whole lot. They be
This
like, what
right,
the fuck?
man, right? Let me get a highlighter online this shit.
Man, because on them Oracle cards, when I was doing them real heavy back in 2021 for
Yeah.
summer, and when I had time to just sit, when it was during COVID and wasn't a whole lot going on,
Mhm.
motherfuckers was at home. I would sit on the trampoline in the sun and just go through
Okay,
them and
because
just
you went by yourself. I'd be out there at the park cooking in like a damn rotisserie chicken.
right. And I had the space. Now I feel so sometimes rushed to where I can't go into in as much depth as I would like to. COVID was a really
Well, it was
when
good for me.
it was too for me as well because it was a time of clarity. It's like the world slowed down
For
and you got
everybody,
to
though, if you look at it, I think nothing has been the same since COVID because it gave everybody the opportunity to kind of really look at stuff and be like, damn, what is really going on? If you wanted to.
right. And now it seems like after post, and that's always how it is when it's a good time and everything is happy. Even though COVID, I wouldn't say COVID was just happy, but for me, it was a time of clarity, a moment of clarity. After when you get clarity, you life is up and down, ebbs and flows. You're gonna have some good, strong, beautiful times, and then you're gonna have them times of instability or uncertainty or
Mhm.
uncomfortableness, and that's the time of growth, which brings another period of peacefulness and happiness and all
Yeah.
that jazz. So right now I feel like it's an uncomfortable period
You
for a
feel
lot of people.
uncomfortable or for people
Uh
in general?
just in general. I just feel like it's a whole lot of restlessness, like
It is a
uncertainty.
lot of restlessness because a lot of the stuff that's going on politically.
Yes, and just not just the everything like COVID
And a lot of
deconstructed
people,
everything.
that's what I was finna say. It's a lot of deconstruction of like marriage, deconstruction of church, deconstruction of school. It's just a lot of stuff that's being like taken apart and looked at. People are really taking the time to look at it and be like, damn, is this
Yes.
what we was think? Like, what is
Right. What was we for real? This is how yes, because before COVID, everything seemed so just what's the word? It like everything was like blissful or delusional. That's it.
yes. It was a really good
Delusion. Yes, you could be delusional and you could practice cognitive dissonance. Like and I luckily I got to the point before COVID hit
yeah, I
when
think
I
we did
started.
we started before that.
Yeah, we started like at least I want to say, I'm gonna say 2015, 2016,
Yeah.
5 or 6 years before COVID is when I started. We really started to be like, okay,
I
I
started going to let me see that. I started Al Anon in 2000 and see I graduated college 2010. Probably like 2011.
mm, see,
So
yeah, the 11, I was still in the thick
then
of it. And then,
because then I was looking at some of my stuff that I had put on my social media in my memories, and
mhm,
that was from like 14 years ago. So I was like, I've been in
mhm,
this thing for a minute. So
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, but I think now
But it's still
it's and
ebbs and
it's
flows and shit going through stuff,
right,
relationships. So it ain't. I ain't saying I just been super well rested. I still been running a race like shit. But at this point,
right.
I don't think I'm doing that no more.
Yeah, and then and also too, whenever clarity comes, disappointment comes shortly after.
It
Clarity
sure do.
comes and you're happy. You're like, okay, I see everything clearly. And then once you see everything clearly, you're like, oh no, I
And
see it
once you
too
put
clear.
them, take them rose
Mm.
colored glasses off, that shit a wrap, bro.
You can't unsee what you done seen and what you understand. Like it's hard to cover that up because you would never be the same. So I think that's just where we are as a society. People are seeing things for what the fuck it is.
Yeah, and I
And
think
when
a
you
lot of people are really okay with like living in their true identity. So it's like the
uh-huh.
people pleasing stuff has went away. Like for me, when I started, the last time I waited tables was 2000 something. 2000 either
Mhm.
2014, 2016. I can't remember which one. But it was a different feeling from when I did it the first time because the second time when I went back, it was just like I don't really need this job. I'm just doing it because I need some extra money.
Right.
So my mindset was, I don't give a fuck if you don't get no barbecue sauce. Maybe get out of my face. I didn't come to work today. I just came
Okay.
because sometimes I like to come in here on Sunday mornings and make a good two. $150 and go home
Uh-huh.
so I could buy me some weed.
So I can smoke it up. It's my smoke up money right here.
Man, my extra money.
Hey, listen, it's a lady here in chat and she makes some marijuana lemonade. It's called Loud Lemonade. I
Mm.
can't even remember her name.
Oh
Bruh, I'ma
man,
shout her out.
where she?
Huh?
Oh yeah, I don't live there. It don't even matter. But
She girl, she sell like she low key. She sell them on the side of the in the hood in East Chat off of Shallowford and Tunnel Boulevard, and she sells them out of her trunk. She be having a little table set up old school, and she had desserts. She been selling this stuff for years. I ain't never stopped over there, but last Sunday I stopped. But she sell frozens, candy apples, fine, candy grapes, and
I
loud
had some
lemonade.
candy grapes before. It tasted pretty good.
Yeah, she ain't had no candy grapes this time, but she had candy apples, and I got some banana pudding and some loud lemonade. And when I tell you that loud lemonade touched my soul, it touched my soul
Mm.
dearly. It didn't make me feel anxious. I was just chill, calm. I ain't drank the whole bottle. I had to drink the bottle in quarters, in fourths. Okay,
Okay. Take
but it
it
made me feel
back.
relaxed.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I think I could drink some weed, marijuana tea. Like that's what they do in Jamaica. Jamaica, they was like, we don't just smoke weed. We make marijuana tree. They pull it fresh from the plant and
Mm.
steep the fresh marijuana leaves. Whereas the bud, you smoke the buds.
I
So
already know. Remember, I used to
yeah, I know you know, but I'm explaining for the people that
dibble
don't know.
dabble a little bit in a little growth.
What?
Dibble dabble a little bit in a little growth.
Exactly. So for those of y'all that don't know, you make the teas from the leaves and then you smoke the buds. And we all know that
Or
with
either you
chemistry,
make edibles with it. It just depends on what you want to do with it.
right? And we all know with chemistry, different the way you consume things has a different chemical effect. So smoking may be totally different from ingesting or
Well,
from drinking.
when you eat it, you gonna be it lasts longer.
Hmm. And it's a more calming to me. Now I ain't had no edibles in a while. These new edibles be different. I don't know about no
Tell you
edibles that
this,
they done.
I had some edibles one time. Man, I couldn't even move. Like I ate it was a brownie. I ate the brownie and then I was like, I don't feel nothing. But then I was like, damn, I finna eat another and that was good. So clearly I
Hmm.
had the munchies. So I
Mm.
ate another one and then but I had been drinking. So
Mm.
I was like, I I needed to I had got too high. I needed to throw up, but I couldn't get up.
Ah, no,
I had to
uh-uh.
I had to just lay there with the
It
throw
just,
up sitting on my stomach. Like
ooh.
I couldn't get up. I was to my body wouldn't like my mind was like, get up, but my body
Was
like,
they some brownies somebody else made? You got them from, was they like all these edibles that folk be getting from the Chinese folks and out the,
no, I got them from a friend that we both
oh,
know.
okay. Okay, so somebody made them for you. Okay, okay. They probably cooked that stuff in some butter, baby. Let me
That shit
marinate
was
this.
so strong. I said, "Oh no, you ain't got to worry about me eating these no more." But I did eat way too much.
Yeah.
That was
And
my
you got
fault. And when I
you was eating
talked
them
about
junk like they was just regular
it,
brownies.
because I had the munchies, so I ate it some more. I was like, "I'm gonna eat some more." Shit. And then I was asking, I couldn't even get up. I said, "Oh man, no, I ain't doing this never again. I can't even move." Then you
Ooh,
be
I
high
was
for
Cootie
2 days.
Brown.
What the fuck? I never do that shit again. Hey, but you know what? Back to that the waiting table. So the other day
Yeah.
I had a dream about that I was waiting tables again, and I think this really kind of like solidified my clarity on wanting to be rested and not doing all this extra stuff that I used to do all the time, just to
Hmm.
keep myself busy to keep my mind, you know, busy. So in the dream, like I was running all over the place. I was in the weeds. If you never waited tables in the weeds, man, you get your ass kicked. You get too many tables
Mhm.
and you can't catch up. It don't matter what you do, you can't catch up. So
Mhm.
and then I got sat. The girl sat me again, and I was like, "Why is you sitting me and them folks over there got open tables?" And the girl was like, "It's okay, Kimmy, you can do it. You're a good server. You're strong." So I don't know. It was just it was a dream. So dreams be wild. But anyway, so I was waiting on this dude I used to work with. It's a white guy. This white guy I used to work with at Chili's, and I worked with him at Logan's. He was sitting at the table. He was just cool and calm, but he used to do like shrooms and shit all the time. So I
Mhm.
don't know if he was in my dream. I'm assuming that's what he was doing because he was cool and calm.
Mhm.
It was like, you know, I don't even know why you working this hard. Like you could just quit.
Mhm.
And I was like, damn, you know what? You
Yes.
I could just quit. I ain't gotta
Yes.
work this hard ever again.
All my life I had to fight.
So I was just like, you know what? I finna quit. I don't even know why he was in my dream, but he was just there. I think maybe
Probably
because
because that man shows did shrooms and doing them shrooms, you tap into different parts of your brain.
I
And
don't
they
know.
maybe represented a part of your brain that just is like, you know what?
Why is you
The
doing
light bulb.
ding dong?
Epiphany.
Right.
Cause,
And he was
Cause
cool
them
though.
motherfuckers that
He
be
was
doing them
super
little
cool
drugs.
though. He was
Yeah,
really
them little hippie ass dudes that be in all that stuff, they be slick hitting you with little one liners. You be like,
and that's
damn.
what that'll make you think. Cause he probably said that shit to me when I was waiting there. And you know what? Now that I think about it, because he did used to be there, sitting at the table waiting on. Cause when you wait tables, but everybody be doing drugs and shit. So
Yeah.
he would be up there, making his transaction. So he would be sitting at the tables.
Yeah.
So okay, that makes now I go back and think about
Yeah, cause that it be them. Hey, it's a show on Netflix. It's a little cartoon. That jump so fast. I rewatched that last week. It's called Midnight. Midnight. Oh man, it just fucking dropped my mind. I can't remember last part of Midnight Gospel. The Midnight Gospel.
I haven't seen that.
Hey, it is like a little dude. He's doing basically interviews of real people, and he's cartoon, and he's going from universe to universe. And his simulator that sends him to
It's
different
called
universes,
what?
it's called Midnight Gospel, and it's on Netflix. And his simulator is in the shape of a coochie, a vagina,
Oh God.
and so and so he goes into this. He sticks his head into the simulator. Basically, when he goes to the simulator, he goes into a new world as a different avatar, like a video game. And so he has to go
Oh, I
into
think
that
I
world.
have seen that. I just couldn't get with it.
Yeah, it's you. I watched it. This is my second time watching it. The first time I watched it, I was high. You kind of got to be high to watch it. But he's doing interviews
That ain't
with
going right.
real people, and they're talking about. I watched it last week, and I heard so much more and understood it much better on this side of things than when it first came out. And so he's interviewing real people, and they're talking about their spiritual journeys, drugs, experiences with love, and it's a good show. But
Mm,
he's like a little hippie dude, just living life like, oh, not doing, just like I'm just here. His family, his sister is mad at him, like, fuck, dude, I keep sending you money. You need to get a job. You ain't shit, just ragging him. He's like, bro, about the simulator. That's better than any fucking thing in life. So
right.
I'm just saying that to say a lot of times when you just chilling and just going with the ebbs and flow of life. Like you get that wisdom, and them little hippie dudes be hitting you with them
They
little
do.
one liners.
They do because they be chill.
They be chill, yeah. They just be like, I'm in this motherfucker. Whatever happens, happens. I'm just here.
Right?
So
Because at
they
the
have
end
to.
of the day, I mean, you do have a certain aspect of control over what's gonna happen. But shit, you
Mhm.
already agreed to what you was gonna go through before you got here anyway. So
Right,
you
and
just
so they just
remember that shit.
right. So that's probably just a little piece of wisdom and knowledge that you needed.
It
That you
was.
need.
He said, you could just quit. I was like, you know what?
you know what? You might be
Right.
correct.
What the fuck? I'm finna go. I remember the last time I quit when I worked at Logan's when I quit the last time.
Hmm.
They set me with a party of I think it was 39. It was a party. It was like 9:30 at night on a Friday. I said, "Oh my god!" And it was
This is
a
the
party of
last subject.
it was huh?
You like this is the last time, bitch. I'm done.
It was a family reunion. So it
Ah,
was a bunch of kids, and then they was all sitting. And I said, I said, did y'all say because at Logan's they used to make it to where you didn't have to do the guests could say we don't want to do gratuity, so you could mess around
oh,
and have a check. Your check could total up to $1,000, and if they don't say we gonna do gratuity, you might make $10.
oh, Lord.
So it was one of those parties where I knew
Yeah.
they was finna run me for strawberry lemonade and ranch, and I wasn't finna make no money. I said, y'all know what? I said, I'm not finna do this. The little girl that was supposed to work, she said, Cammy, oh, you serious? You just gonna leave? I said, I'm finna get in my car. I'm finna go, man. I looked at that lady. I said, what I need to do? I'm finna clock out. I need to roll some silverware? I want to do my side work. I don't want nobody to say I didn't do what I was supposed to do. But I'm not. She said, I'm gonna take care of you. I don't give a fuck. I'm not finna work this hard for $19. It's three of us working this party. We go whatever we make, we gonna have to split by three. I'm finna go.
Mm,
No, ma'am. She said, "Are
not
you
today.
serious?" And I said, "Yeah, you." Because when I asked her, "Did they put gratuity on it?" She laughed and she was like, "No." I said, "Oh, that it's funny." I said,
Mm,
"Watch how funny this is." Then I said, "I'm finna go. You can do it. You the manager."
okay.
And I went and rolled my 60 silverware and got in my car and went the fuck home.
And never went back
I
unless
did.
I
I
was
went back to
going
get
to
my
drink.
check.
Uh, this was before
and
direct
that
deposit.
and that shit was but $32 because I paid $2.13 an hour. I said,
Ah,
yeah, because I was a server. I said, man, come on, man. Y'all not this not no, I'm not doing this.
you're not doing this.
No.
So
And that's what I learned.
we
If I say I'm finna quit, I'm finna quit.
mm, well, Lord, I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Gonna be
So
gone.
I think that might have
So,
been like the first time I ever was like, you know what? I'm good.
mm,
So yeah.
okay, okay, okay. So that relates to our topic of being grateful to be a rested, well valued queen. So we are coming
Mhm.
off the heels of so called Thanksgiving Day, but I say Indigenous People Day.
Okay.
And so this is supposed to be the season. I wonder why they linked this season for gratitude. Like, is that like a marketing thing, or
So
or
people
are you
be
grateful
grateful for
because it's the
food.
harvest? Are
Be
you
grateful
grateful?
for the harvest. Yeah. It's all
Yeah,
tied
okay.
back
So,
into the pilgrims and the Indians.
but yes, but I be trying to tie it into like a like not just eating, but like it's got to be something else. So, okay, I tie it into the season. Why is fall going into winter a grateful time? But I get it because
Because
you're
that's where
being
you get
grateful,
your food and stuff.
yeah, for the harvest that you got in from the fall. Whatever you
Because
harvest and you
that moon
grew.
is the harvest moon.
Yeah. So yeah, you okay. So that's why okay, y'all. So that's why this is the season for being grateful every year, is because back then, whenever they harvested, whatever they grew in the summer and spring, they harvested in the fall, and you were grateful for what you got because this shit gotta last you to the motherfucking
Till it get
springtime.
warm again.
Well, Lord. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Shout out to
we
my
are
brother.
great.
He gave me a turkey and I cooked it. I forgot I could cook turkeys and stuff. That motherfucker falling out the bone. It was tender.
Ooh, timber, timber, timber.
It's like, yeah, because I wasn't going to get one.
Girl, turkeys was like $30,
That's
ma'am.
why I wasn't
I
going to
would, man. Why is this turkey $1 a pound,
get doing this probably 3D printing anyway.
and this motherfucker is 40 pounds? £40. That's
I don't know.
$40.
My turkey was
They
good.
used to have young turkeys that was 59 cents a pound. Where are the young turkeys at? I don't want no big ass butterball that y'all done screwed.
Ain't mine was not a butterball turkey because I sure was not gonna eat it. 'Cause all I could think about was somebody been hunching on this damn turkey. I ain't trying to take shit in the face like that. I'm good.
Right. Why is this turkey so goddamn big, sir?
Cause it's
No.
pregnant.
Right. Give me a regular young turkey. I want a tenderoni turkey, not an old turkey, okay? Young and tender.
Right. So it'll fall off the bone. That's the only
So
thing I
that's
feel like people should want tender and young is chickens.
it's chicken, exactly. Not no
I
goddamn
love
young
little
and
girl.
tenderoni. Okay. Okay. So
Uh,
how we got to this subject is basically just being grateful to be in a space where you can be rested and
right.
relaxed. And we were realizing so we were talking about how this time around we're seeing how so many of fears that black women have, or so many anxieties that black women
Mhm.
have been passed down through generational traumas,
Mm.
like from our mothers to our grandmothers, down that in our it's ingrained in our DNA. And they always want to say, well, we were slaves and the mothers were stressed out. Okay, and that could be part of it too, but I'm just speaking in general, just from the past three generations. I'm gonna say to my grandmother, from my grandmother to my mother to me. And it's always been, my grandmother died at the age of 50. She was in her early 50s, died from an aneurysm, a
Mhm.
brain aneurysm, stressed the fuck out, stroked out, basically.
My one of my
So,
grandmamas died in her 50s. It might have been early 60s. I don't know. I didn't get to meet her. She had some type of cancer. And then my
mhm,
other grandmama that lived to be like 98. And
right,
she was in her right mind, but she also was a little, but she had some nervous issues too. Just
right. Exactly. Like my grandmother on my father's side, she died. She had the shakes when she died. She died at the age of 63 or 64, mid 60s. But either way, she died from a broken heart. Her
yeah,
first husband left her for her best friend, left her with three children, left
dudes
her for a
get
best
your life
friend.
the fuck up if you let them.
Yes, moved to Detroit with her best friend and started working at Ford in the 50s. And so left her, and then when they would come home back to Jackson, the her best friend would be so mean to her, and the best friend and the husband would stay in her house in the projects with her three kids. And so it was downhill from there.
Wait,
So
what?
so my
Where did she
grandmother had,
stay? There
huh?
too. She was there
Yeah,
too.
she was there too. And she was so distraught after her husband left her that it just kind of left her a little off balance. So she had three other sons by
I ain't
three
gonna lie,
different men
I
after
would
that.
have killed them.
Right. So that's trauma. And then she married another guy in like the 70s, and they were married for a little while. He left her. He left her. He didn't even tell her. He wrote her a Dear John letter. And after that, she had a nervous breakdown.
But
So she died from a
you know
broken heart.
what that made me think
So,
about? I've been listening to these different people talk of like deconstructing marriage and like these
hmm
older women and how they kind of, encourage women to not get married
hmm
because
and
sometimes it's like from their experience, and I think it could be different in certain aspects because women have the capabilities now to be able to get their own income and shit, but back then you really didn't have
but
no
not even
means
that. I think you can be married, but you need to be certain in yourself and love yourself first.
and
A
not.
lot of
Yeah,
times back
I get
then
that.
we can yeah, back then a lot of women didn't really know what it meant to love themselves.
Because it was
Because
tied into what you was taught through a patriarchal society and church.
right. And you were taught that you have to have a man, having a man was true love, and
Yeah.
you are not
You
full
wasn't
and
complete
whole
without a man.
without a man. And so now we're in a different phase as women where we can love ourselves and still be in relationships and marriages. But I'm saying this to say, you're not going to be 100%, you know, completely whole when you meet somebody, but you need to be 100% know that you love who the fuck you are and know
Yeah,
who you are when you get into a relationship, because then
I
you will
agree with
have a
you.
better chance of
Or and
picking somebody.
I feel like even when you do know who you 100% is and you how you still are in a position of where you should be open to growth
Yes, exactly.
and
So
accountability. But be holding yourself accountable and leads to growth. Accountability, vulnerability, all this shit leads to growth.
right. So you have to, I think we're more open to talk about things, and we're teaching women early to love themselves. And I think
Mhm.
when you love yourself more than you love anybody else, you harness healthy relationships. You do. I'm
Mhm.
a firm believer that you attract what you're giving out and where you are and where you are in that
But
space.
that's one of the universal laws is what you put out, you get back.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
So I said all that to say we were discussing back to our topic. We were discussing the traumas and the fears and anxieties that we face, and a lot of it comes from our mothers and our parents. Especially the women in our lives, like
Mhm.
just the anxieties, like, are you okay, do you need this? Oh,
Oh
and
yeah.
we're coming from two women that are single mothers that have raised our
Mhm.
kids on our own. And when you're a single mother, it's a different stigma around raising a family.
Parenthood, yes, because I know for a fact I get asked, Kimmy, do you have enough? Kimmy, do you have enough? Kimmy, do you? And I get it and
Hmm.
I appreciate it. But when it's asked repeatedly like that, it makes me feel like I'm not capable. Like you don't have, and it's like a, it's kind of like an outside validation type deal that you have
Yeah,
to get over. But
yeah.
when you young and you trying to figure out who you are, you trying to raise kids, you trying to do this, you trying to do that, and then you get somebody in your ear basically not validating you as you feel
Or
that
not
you
believing that you can do it
do.
on
That's what
your
I'm
own
trying to
because
say.
you don't have a man. Yeah.
Right. So you're not validating me. You basically making me feel like I'm not capable because I don't have this certain a certain aspect of my life. And then sometimes it can be to the point to where it didn't even matter if it was a good man, like just any man to do. Huh?
Hmm.
So it's just like when you I
Yeah.
do know, but that shit it's hard to get over that when you trying to grow and then learn to navigate into healthy relationships. So it puts you at a point to where you still kind of like, well, damn,
Or
am
just
I good
healthy for
enough?
or being healthy for yourself. Yeah, being healthy for yourself. And
That's
like I
what I'm
said,
saying,
a
but you
lot of
can't
that.
be in a healthy relationship if you're not in a healthy place for yourself.
Right. And then a lot of it too, when I look at it, as far as a lot of black women walking around here with anxiety,
Yeah, 'cause that
people
is
pleasing,
real.
overworking, and we going to the strong black woman trope, all of that is a part of having to take on all of this stuff because you're fearful of everything. You've been
Right.
passed down fear and generational fears, generational whatever, if it come from slavery, wherever it came from. And like I said, a lot of it has come from slavery and oppression. So I'm not negating that fact, because we have been some oppressed in this country
We
as black
have.
people.
But
And so a
sometimes
lot of
women
it.
that oppression a lot of times is it started out as oppression and then it turns into domestication.
Right. And also that cortisol in your grandmama's bloodline, in blood forever, ever stress, is passed down
It's
from
passed
generation
down.
in her womb.
And then you
So
have to think about when if as a woman, when you're born, you have all the eggs that you're gonna have.
yes, and you're getting that matriarchal DNA. The
Exactly.
woman carries the most.
That
The men's DNA is important, but the woman carries the lineage, the
right.
line.
They test the
Mother,
mitochondrial DNA.
yes, mitochondrial DNA is what keeps the shit rolling. Okay, so a lot of women, a lot of black women, and we're starting to see this with the whole black women are saying, "Oh, I got ADHD, I have ADD, I have, I'm neurodivergent
I'm stressed. Everybody in my family been stressed the fuck out.
for 100 plus years," and I'm
100%.
just,
And if you think about it, like for my family, my grandmother is 50 years older than your grandmama.
mm-hmm.
So that's a whole nother level of
She was
of
in
stress.
slavery almost.
Man, dude, my great grandmother, I don't know what year she was born. I don't even know what year she died. But if my
Mm-hmm.
grandmother was born in 1917, my granddaddy was born 1913.
Mm-hmm.
So their parents was born in the 1800s.
Mm-hmm. And just like, and so just think, your great grandmama was stressed. So with how it works with women and their eggs, your
Mm-hmm.
your grandmother, whenever a woman is born, she has all of her eggs. So those eggs go into 3 generations. Am I correct? So say
Yeah,
your grandmother has all her eggs, which includes her daughter. So if your daughter if she gets pregnant with her daughter has all of her eggs, which includes you. So is it 2 or 3 generations? That
3.
it's 3 generations.
I'm,
So you gotta look at it.
I'm 87% sure it's 3.
So just think about like a good example would be like the crack
Drug
era,
use.
drug use. So if your
Mhm.
mama used drugs, all the eggs that she got have been touched by these fucking drugs. So meaning her daughter is born with drugs already in her system, and all the eggs that
Yeah,
her
all
daughter's
of her
mama is gonna
eggs,
have
exactly.
drugs.
Yeah. So
So
that's
it's
that's
going to take.
that's dead. That's you're mutating your lineage.
Yes, so that's going to take about 3 generations. It's going to take 2 generations to remove that out of your system.
So, but if you
So,
think about it, how much is really gonna get removed? Because if you got one, if your mama was a crackhead,
hmm
more than likely, you as a child is as that person's child is has figured out some form of an unhealthy coping mechanism, whether it's
hmm
crack too, some
hmm
pill, alcoholism.
right, and you're going to be predisposed because you've had that in your eggs or your system before you was even born. That was in your
And
mama's
then you
egg.
take that and put it on top of taking things like Xanax, Lexapro, all those drugs,
hmm
those prescribed pills for ADHD, anxiety, all this shit, instead of really just sitting and doing what we're doing and deconstructing what the issue really is. I'm not
Right,
saying don't take the shit if you need it, but I'm just saying how long you gonna take it.
and it affects your
Your
eggs.
ex, then which long effect. So it's a repeated cycle.
Or take that shit after you had all your kids, man, because that's really what you need. And I was just like,
No, but for real.
but you don't have a kid, bitch. Give me all the Lexapro,
Do
because
you
bitch,
hear me?
I
I don't
need
even want
to
that shit
chill.
because then you ain't gonna who gonna watch the kid? Shit.
When your
If
kids big
if
enough,
you
goddamn it,
using
watch
it doing
yourself.
it, then who gonna watch them?
Right. But I'm just joking, but we're just saying it to say the traumas that are passed down come from your great grandmama. So it's been passed down. So nine
And
times
then
out
you
of
gotta
10,
think
it ain't
about how
coming.
much stuff gets swept under the rug that's not dealt with.
Right. And
That's
so what we're
more
seeing is
increasing the traumatic experiences. So, say for instance, if your grandmama had something happen to her, say if she was raped, then
hmm
whatever comes along with her, she's gonna pass on that fear because she got raped. So now, no, you can't go nowhere. You can't do this. You can't do this because this is gonna happen to you. You're gonna get raped. You're gonna get this. You're gonna get whatever
hmm
happens. So now, not only is she passing down that fear, she's also creating with her words because your words are spells.
hmm
So now that it's just at some point you got to sit down with that shit and dissect it.
right. And so what we're seeing when you are well rested, you start Getting rid of the restlessness. A lot of black women do not know how to sit down, myself included, but I'm learning.
And me too,
I,
cause I don't either. Well, I'm
it's like
learning,
you always have to feel like you're doing something. And
or
I
you want
learned
to be
that,
accomplished.
right. And I learned that growing up. Like it's always something that can be done. And it's like, yeah, it's always something can be done, but do I have to always do it right then? Like, can I give myself a
But you
break?
know what I heard that lady, what's her name? The one that wrote the black woman's understanding of the black man. What's her
Taraza Ali.
Yes,
Taraza Ali.
she talked about in her book where, and I read this, and this it kind of stuck with me, and I did. It's helpful to a certain extent. Like if you in a situation where you know you can't you trying to work in a relationship with a man that you probably need to leave. So
Mm-hmm.
instead of you leaving, you just go find something else to do. And that's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was like, it's women just need to go find something to do and just let men be men. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying don't let a man be a man because a man gonna do what he gonna do regardless of what you say. So if he wanna do
Mm-hmm.
it, if he gonna do right, he gonna do right, and if he ain't, he ain't. It's nothing
Right.
you can do about it. But except for remove yourself if it's not a good position to be in,
Right. If it's not, if it's a,
unhealthy.
or if it's a situation, if that's one of your your rules that your non-negotiables,
Right. If,
non-negotiables.
that's
If
what I
that's a
mean by
non-negotiable, then
unhealthy.
take your ass on. But if it's something that you can work through, I don't think she meant for you to just stay busy. I think
No,
she meant
I
for
mean,
you.
I'm saying in it when I was reading, because she was
Hmm.
talking about men having multiple women or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. So she was like, so if a woman would get up and go clean up her house or go do this and not worry about what that man was doing, then she wouldn't know what was going on.
Well, that's called being delusional and just practicing
Exactly.
cognitive
And ain't
dissonance.
nobody got time for that. But it's just a simple. It's just some things in her books that made sense when you go back and you
Mhm.
look at the mind, like when she was talking about how she talked about the passing on of the trauma, and then she
Yeah.
talked about that with the men as well. That made
Mhm.
sense. But when she got to talking about go find you something to do, which I learned that too when I went to Al-Anon, is to
Mhm.
go find you something to do.
Yeah,
If
but
you
I
have
don't.
a person, yeah,
And that could be another. And that could be taken another way as meaning worry about
go work
yourself.
on yourself. Yeah,
Because a lot of times in relationships, and it depends on your love language, women, we get caught up and we want to be under a man all the time. What you doing? Where you at? What? Da, 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 da. And it
but
becomes
I think that
unhealthy.
comes from unhealthy. Like when you, if you was say if you was in an unhealthy situation before, and then you
Yeah.
have learned, okay, well, I think I gotta watch him. I gotta be. But then also this generation is kind of. I want to know where my man at all the time. I need to know. I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, that's clingy. And so, and I think when she was saying that, she may have been saying it too, let men cheat in peace as well. But you could take
I
that
mean,
as
if you
another
not
way
gonna
of,
leave, and I think that's what she was saying is if you know you not finna leave, then just go
yeah.
find you something to do. Cause
Yeah,
all you
find you
gonna
something
do
to
is
do.
stress yourself out trying to control.
Exactly. Trying
But
to control
for
somebody
me,
that you
that's a
cannot.
non-negotiable. So
Right. So for
that's
it,
what I'm
right. That's what I'm saying. If it's a non-negotiable, then dope. But if you're somebody who's okay with it, just know that this is what
then
this
living
person is going
your
to
life.
do.
Yeah, right.
Right. And
It's
I ain't finna be up your ass because I'm finna be out here or at the house taking care of
whatever I need to
myself.
take care of.
Right.
Right. I'm not
And
gonna.
so, okay. And so another, and we probably gonna have to do a part two, but we'll talk on that. So another thing that we realize that you have to let go of in order to be a rested, well valued queen is people pleasing. Many black women have been taught
Well, we
to
talked
put
about
on,
we didn't that was what we was talking about with the waiting tables shit.
yeah, people pleasing and putting on a mask and making sure everybody is okay. And I don't know if you've been watching. I'm not a big Cynthia Erivo fan, or I ain't watched that fucking Wicked
Is that
movie.
the Ariana Grande?
Yes, but the way
That's
and
weird.
it's weird, but it's just the way that it's happening. We're seeing what black women typically do. We are the protectors of everybody. We make sure everybody is taken care of, and just watching them is giving me the ick. It's
I can't
cringy.
watch it. It looked weird to me.
It looks weird. It look like they fucking, which they probably are,
Yeah.
like they bumping coochies. But even if that, and that might not be the case, but yet and still, like, why does this black lady feel like she has to protect white fragility, to protect this little frail? Oh,
Because she looked pretty frail herself.
exactly. So black women have always been the motherly, whole stand up, take care. And I think a lot of us are getting away from that because it's also a form of people pleasing, and it's also a
But
form
it's
of
also been ingrained. Like that's like
right
passed on
to be
mammy.
strong. I'm
Yeah.
strong. I'm gonna take care of you because I'm a strong black woman. And it's nothing being wrong with being strong. Let me say that it's nothing wrong with being strong, but the problem comes in where being strong makes you feel like you have to do all of this and take on all these roles and help this person and help them figure this out. No, you can be strong and sit back and observe. Being strong is being able to hold with your grief as well as other people's grief, but being able to step back and be where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like hold that space if you choose to, but it don't mean you got to step out there and fucking take a bullet for everybody, come save everybody and K for everybody. No. Being strong is being able to recognize, let me sit back in my strength and to me, being strong is being resilient. When life comes at you in harsh manners, your ability to come back, to deal with what happened and come back stronger and better. To me, that's a sign of strength.
Yeah, because everybody can't do it.
Everybody is not built to do it. So
Mhm.
I used to kind of get offended like strong black women.
I
No,
never
I'm
got
strong.
offended by that part of being strong because I've always had bounce back.
Yeah, I
But
have too. Like,
that part does not. But it's for me when somebody say, "Oh, you strong," that bothered me because that meant you felt not you, but that person or individual
mhm,
means that, oh, okay, well, if you can handle that, then that means
you
I
can
can
handle my
add
shit too.
on, yes, or
Yeah,
I can give you four more responsibilities.
right. Because you seem to handle that real
You
well. So let
seem
me
to
go
be able
on.
to do this, like, and you see that in and I'm gonna throw this in education. When you have
Yeah.
a teacher that has very good classroom management skills, or they can handle the bad kids in my air quotes, then a lot of times
Mm-hmm.
they get put in. You might have 36 kids in your class, and 22 of them motherfuckers got IEPs.
But you're a good, strong
But
teacher.
you,
You can
because
handle.
you a strong teacher, but then you go
You
around
can
the
handle
corner
all of
and you this
them.
other person got 15 kids, and all of them is the ones that really come to school to,
hmm
that's not problem children. Or
Right. And but you
they come with a different set of behaviors that's not disruptive. Cause all
right
kids get behaviors. I don't care what
that
nobody.
behavior. I'm gonna go a little further and to say that's how it is in the corporate period in the workplace. When I worked at Enterprise, they would get if you knew how to do everything, they would give all the responsibility to you because half the motherfuckers that worked there were lazy ass motherfuckers that didn't want to do shit.
Yeah.
They just wanted to look good and they could sell the product. But a lot of times the back end work they couldn't do and they couldn't handle. So if they know that you can do and good, and this is most jobs, if they know that you're
Mhm.
good at something and you can handle all of these tasks, they're going to give them to you because why the fuck not?
Yeah, I just shh, don't say
I ain't saying it's fair. I'm not saying it's fair.
nothing. I
By
ain't
no
saying it
means.
is, but what I have learned is shh.
Exactly.
I
And
don't know how
that's
to
where
do it.
you
I don't
and
know.
that's where you have to learn how to, and that's what I'm saying. Being strong is being resilient and stepping back and
And
looking like, okay, I'm
that fall back into allowing people to do what they supposed to do. Cause I shot that. I don't get paid. That's above my pay
that's
grade.
above my pay grade. Right. I'm a the week the I've been going to aerobics. I joined the gym. So I've been going aerobics for the past couple weeks. And this is what the lady aerobics instructor was preaching last week because it's a lot of older women, elder, not older, yes, they like 60 plus. And she was like, I'm going to tell you all before Thanksgiving, when you go to your family's homes, this is what these four words: mind your own business. She was like, don't go in there talking about the young kid with the color hair. Don't go in going in out on your grandkids because you don't like how this looks, or go in on your daughter-in-law because
Because
ooh, they
that's you
look.
trying to control something outside of yourself.
Yes, and that's what
And
she
that
was saying. She
causes
was
stress.
yes, and that's what she kept saying. That was her every time after class last week. She was like, 4 words to remember for this holiday: mind your own business. Step back and watch. And I was like, you know what? And then this week we went back and she was saying, get rid of the stress.
Hmm.
Get rid of the stress. You can only can control what you can control. Get rid of the stress. And I was like, you know what? Come on, give me my daily, my weekly word.
I think it's good.
So I think a lot of black women are realizing to mind your own business.
Yeah, but that's what they've been saying ever since with the whole like the political shit. Is we
Yeah, and that
minding
should have
our
been
own.
way. And I
But you
hate that
know,
it took for y'all to.
it take what it take.
It does, but the president for y'all to say,
But you
say
have to think about the whole the Matrix.
yeah,
So
yeah.
and
So
cognitive dissonance and rose colored glasses, and
yeah,
at this point I have learned that it take what it take.
it takes for you right.
So
And then
if
another
this is
one.
what it takes for y'all to learn, because I have never heard this many people talk about deconstruction of religion, deconstruction of the political
Hmm.
aspects, deconstruction of marriage, deconstruction of anything to where it's uplifting and allowing women to sit in a place of no stress. Did I spell ain't
Hmm.
no stress? Taking out all the extra like I'm not even when you talk
And
about
realize you taking on extra and you're not getting the credit nor the
or
nor.
no pay. Shit.
Hmm.
Run me
And
my
that's
coins. Unless
we
I
start seeing the
volunteer
real
to do this.
numbers. Yes, seeing the real numbers. The people that are in charge are getting paid way more than you, but you doing the work. No, ma'am.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know what you're talking about.
I
I
don't
have
need
no idea. I don't know how to do
I
that.
got 62 questions. How do you do this?
Right. And the thing is, we've always done that because we felt like we had to prove ourselves and validate ourselves.
That's what I was going.
Yeah, that's seeking validation.
Validation.
And then, and I hate the whole trope black excellence. This, I don't know where the fuck that came from.
It came from being wanted to be validated.
I think it came from the Black Boule and W.E.B. Du Bois back of the Talented Tenth. They started with the
Mhm.
Talented Tenth and then it evolved into Black Excellence. And I love the way it sounds, Black Excellence, but we have to also remember
But
that Black
you can
Excellence,
be excellent without being perfect.
yes, Black Excellence breeds a lot of stressed out Black people,
Black
men
people.
and women.
Yeah.
And we go into situations knowing that we are the better candidate and we have more and we give way more because we're still trying to get validation from a system that was not built on validating us.
Right.
And 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 I was thinking about that this morning, like how our country is basically a socialist country. And when I say socialist, it's democratic, but it's built on socialist values. So all of these government funded programs like Social Security, anytime you have the government funding anything like education, uh, food stamp, SNAP, that is a social. That's a socialist. That's socialism. And so what when I say that, I was like, this system was never built for black people to get anything. Like we just started getting shit in the 70s. You know what I'm
That's what
saying?
I'm saying. That's what I was saying when I'm
Yeah,
talking about
come on.
the deconstruction of political aspects.
Yes, like we didn't get stuff. We
No.
did not get
Like
things.
this shit when it wasn't designed for us.
So
So
why are we the biggest
because
proponent for it?
everything is gonna be pointed at who who uh who they want to make look worse. Like we succeed in everything that we participate in. But if I want to make it look like you bad, then that's what we're gonna do.
Exactly.
So
Okay. So I've got to the arrive at the time where I gotta take these children home. So can we make this a part two?
Yeah, let me read my little thing. So we are root of your root and soil of your soil, bone of your bone and blood of your blood. We boldly and graciously thank our ancestors for their guidance with our connection to source, to gaining peace in our mind, protection from monitoring spirits, and the ability to send negativity back to the sender. For the wisdom to communicate truthfully from an open heart space and allowing forgiveness to continue in the open heart space. The clarity to see success and accept joy into our lives while sitting in a safe place, and the ability to create necessities for health and good energy. We overstand, understand, and understand the strength and power that's being bestowed upon us. We accept the responsibility of the gifts passed down to us. We walk in your strength and power today and every day, Ashley.
Ashe. Sorry, I was so abrupt.
Very good.
Yeah, sorry that was abrupt. I got my times. I was thinking it's 8 o'clock and we didn't start till late. So yeah, my bad. Didn't mean to cut that off. But yes, we got a part two coming, guys.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Tell the truth. Peace equals the truth. Who don't tell the truth? The truth equals God. Who don't tell the truth? The devil's in the details. Who don't tell the truth? The deal's disguised as a song.